Good morning, everyone. This is DieselD199 speaking. Just getting set up here so we can do our live stream today. Let's go take a look at the chat. Can everyone see and hear me okay? I'm going to pop that out and put it to one side of the screen here. Let's make sure that everyone can see that I am here in my train room, my wonderful train room that I filmed a good 2 years worth of episodes for Tomica Thomas and Friends. Oh, everyone can see me, it seems. Happy holidays to you too, Mason, and everyone else watching. I hope you guys all enjoy the holiday season. Let's see. All right, everyone can see me. That's great. So, thank you guys for being here and for watching today, and thank you all for subscribing. I've now hit 200,000 subscribers. It was not long ago I had 100,000, so we've really got good upward momentum. Not that long ago that I only had 1,000. And to celebrate, I thought we would do something different here today. I've gotten out most of my track. As you can see, it's all around the room. If I just tilt the camera down a little bit, you can see quite how much there is. There's some even out of view. And essentially what I want to do is build a set with you guys here today, answer some of your questions, that you might have while I do that, and yeah, really just have fun and enjoy. To begin with, we need to decide what kind of set we're going to build. So if I go over here, I thought it might be nice to start the construction of this set with one of the older sets. So this one is the set that was used on emo engines, for instance. And this one was the one that I used on some of the earlier remakes. And so I'm going to say this one is choice 1, and this one is choice 2, and let me know which one of these two sets you guys think I should do in the chat here. For the basis, we'll start with this set, and then I've got a whole bunch of extra track now, so I can expand out from that. So this is choice 1, and this is choice 2. Choice 1 and choice 2. Let's see what people are saying here. I wish I could properly tally it. It seems to be almost even, I would say. A lot of people are saying 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, so I think we're going to end up going with this one, which is choice 1. How many square meters are those sets? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I would say maybe, I don't know, 2 square meters? It's hard to say. Choice 3. Very clever. Now there's a whole bunch of people saying choice 2. So this is choice 1, and that is choice 2. I think I'm just going to have to go random because it seems to be fairly even. There was a lot of choice 1s at the beginning, and then I think it became a lot of choice 2s. I'm not English, I'm Australian, so... Alright, we'll go with choice 1 then, I think. And it's time to get started, so let's just tilt this. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we get started, I'll show you guys something that I had made up a long time ago that's now on the back wall. I had a voucher for like a canvas print, so I ended up printing off this, which is just Tomica Thomas and Friends logo with all of the thumbnails of basically every single one of the shorts that I made in the model series. I actually had it printed out a long time ago. I just never got around to showing you guys it. So if you guys think that's cool, let me see if I can actually get this back up so that it doesn't fall down during the stream. But a bit uneven. That'll do. All right. Let's put the camera down so you guys can actually see the set. And I guess then we will get constructing. So, all right, I've got my iPad here. Let's see. And I've got the image open so that I can use that. Let me see if I can open up the chat here on my iPad so that I'm able to see that too. Perhaps not. Oh, I think that's the wrong subscription. All right, let's see what's going on here. See if I can open up the chat here. Ah, dearie me. Ah, there it is, the chat button. Great. Okay. To begin with, I'm just going to get some of this set built. First off, we need, we need Knapford Station in the middle. Man, I made some bizarre set choices, I mean, that's for sure. And I guess we need to now switch over to this. Okay, let's get started. All right, so we're going to get Knapford. Got a whole bunch of extra stuff over here that we need to push out the way. All right. Join Knapford together, and let's see. Okay, that one is going that way, and that one is going that way. All right, so that's perfect. Let's get some of these points over here. I better move so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's see. Yeah, as I said, I made some weird choices looking at this. These are not choices that I probably would have made today, admittedly. Let's grab a whole bunch of straight track from over here, and I'll come up to look at the chat and answer some questions throughout the live stream. Right now, it's a little hard to do both at the same time. Okay, I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to put this here, and let's see. There was another stopper that went in here, and I'm going to need a couple of other different kinds of points. All right, so here, so here. Can you guys hear me all right? I know that the sound quality isn't great, but I do want to make sure that you guys can actually hear what I'm saying. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, you can hear me. All right, great. Great, all right, so let's keep building. We've got, one of these has to go. Okay. This one has to go in here. And then I need to get some curves. And we're going to do full loop. Oops. Tracks popping out. And then it goes straight into another Knapford station. I actually remember way, way back when I was filming the Thomas and Gordon remake. For this section here, actually, I ended up removing this so that I could film kind of like a straight section. So yeah, I cheated on the set there. All right, now we've got a couple of straight bits of track. And then we have the docks. So I need to get that, and I think I'm going to have to, let's see, based on the size of this, probably, whoops, push it forward somewhat, just to be safe. It's much easier, I can't really, let's see, that looks alright. Okay. Lost the shed on the docks. Put that here. Yeah, having the docks in the middle is probably not the best set design, but you get that. Alright, so we need some more straight pieces and a half straight, and we need Harold. This Harold here. And how did I do this? Okay, so it goes one half straight, then Harold, then another straight, two straights here, and then if I move this junk out of the way, we can get some more curves and complete this circuit. I think pretty, ooh, my track is falling to pieces here. These curves in particular are pretty old. A lot of them have broken over time. Unfortunately, plastic does not last forever, unlike CGI. Let's see, what have I got in between the two here? Oh, okay. So I need okay. This goes here, and then I'm going to need some straights and some half straights in order to finish this bit up. Straight, straight, half straight. Oh, no, that was a straight too. These are the half straights. All right. In they go. And I think I also had, what, like one straight bit here as like a little siding thing. All right. This is solid stuff. I'll just do the siding here, and then I'll come and answer some of your questions. How long is this? That's 2 straights long, so we're going to need a couple more. Put them here. And we're going to need one of these. And a trusty curve. And some buffers. So if we put this here, let's see, how did we do this exactly? Oh yeah, okay. We also need one of these. Actually, that is quite close. It might actually probably make more sense if we do it this way. That should put a bit of a gap between this and the station. And then I just need to put some of these on the end. All right. Whoops. Fumbling about here. And there we go. And last but not least, there we are. And so that's the beginning of our set. We've got 2 circuits running already. Let's put some of the engines I've got here. I won't turn them on just yet because they'll be too noisy when I try and answer the questions. All right, let's take a look up here. You guys still watching, or is that too boring for you? All right, so if you guys want to ask some questions now, I'll answer a few. And then I will move on to building some more of the set. How old are you? I'm in my 20s. Are you going to make another song for Christmas, like Please Santa Visit Me? Well, I think that would be really cool to do. Let me just stay out of the way of the set thing. I think, actually, I might want to put this up a bit. I think it would be really cool to do another song. I would like to do that at some point. I also think it would be even cooler in CGI because you'd be able to have the lips moving to the actual singing. So maybe I might even like give Please Santa Visit Me a do-over. I don't know. All right, what else? How did you get all those pieces? I'm guessing you mean for the sets. Most of it were bought back in the olden days when you could actually just go to Kmart or Target and buy this kind of stuff. But a whole bunch of it has just been bought online. There's a website called 1999.co.jp. I bought a huge amount of like double straight tracks from that. So you can buy a lot of stuff online. You can get loads from eBay because all of this is still made, well, not all of it, but a good chunk of it's still made in Japan. Let's see. How long does it take to make a video? Well, CGI short, it seems to have averaged out at 3 months. But I mean, like some of them I've made in under a month, like Journey Beyond Realism. Tedious Tale of Timothy was also done in a month, and that was like 4 minutes long, so. When did you start YouTube? I made the account in 2007. The first videos went up in 2008, but I think the first couple of videos were actually made in 2007. So I celebrated 10 years this year, a whole decade on YouTube. My favorite train is, I mean, it changes sometimes, but it's usually Duncan. Yes, I got my name from D199. I haven't really customized trains. I kind of customized like Donald, like put some tape over the name stuff for the Slender engine, but that was about it. Do you have any special plans for Short 50? Yeah, I think I'm pretty much figured out what I'm going to do for Short 50. I think you guys will like the choice of short. Like the short I've had, I've been thinking about for a long time. And now that we're coming up to a nice round number like 50, I figured this is the time to do it. So I'll be getting to work on that one shortly. Why did you switch to CGI? Well, that's a good question. Next year, for instance, I'm going to be moving very soon next year, like January, which means I'm not going to have access to this wonderful room. It's going to be left behind. Unfortunately, I can't take the room with me. And I also won't be able to take with me, at least as is the plan at the moment, and to begin with, most of this track. But fortunately, I switched to CGI a couple of years ago, and one of the advantages of that, and one of the reasons I did switch, was so that I can go anywhere in the world and still make videos for you guys, because all I need is a laptop and an internet connection, essentially. I'll be taking a couple of trains with me, that I can measure up because I do like to actually have them with me when I'm making them in the computer. And yeah, but unfortunately there's no more models. And so this is really like the last video that will be filmed in here, I think. All right. Well, what inspired me originally to make the videos was just the actual TV show and the models that they use there. But I think I made like I said, like the first couple of videos before I was even really aware of YouTube. And then once I had seen that, some of the guys I watched were like Train Lover 476 and Miss Oliver and Blossom and Captain Punjab. My favorite episode that I've made, it always changes. It's usually the most recent short. In this case, I would say, yeah, like I'm pretty happy with the most recent short, so I think that one was good. I live in Australia. Are you going to do CGI Donald and Douglas? Well, definitely, because I only have to make one engine and I get 2 characters out of it. So all I have to do is change a couple of textures. Although in the Playrail version, I noticed that their faces are different. In the CGI series, I think that their faces are the same. Well, my username is DieselD199 because back in the olden days, you couldn't just pick whatever username you wanted. You had to have a unique username, and Diesel10 was taken at the time, I'm pretty sure. All right, I think I will get back to making some more of this set. So let's just tilt the camera down, back to where it was, and then let's keep on building. Whoops, knocking over Gordon. That was always a problem for me when you're working on model sets, is just knocking everything over when you're not looking where you're going. Let me open this. All right. So what should I do next? Okay then. All right, well that seems simple enough. We've got to add in Tidmouth sheds up to here. And let me think. I just hope I'm going to have enough space. I might want to actually just shift this, make this a bit more centered, which is going to be a pain in the butt to do, but I'm sure I'll survive. There we go. I unscrewed this so that it was easy to remove when I wanted to when I was actually filming. Still haven't screwed it back. Should get around to fixing that. Just make sure that the track is still all together. Hasn't completely fallen to bits while I'm shifting things about. All right, let's see. Okay, so one part is just a straight. So a straight goes in here, and then we have actually this one. This goes here. No, not that one. This one. This goes here, and then we need. Let's see. I've got a couple of bigger. Oh yeah, well as it turns out this is the right one, so it'll do for now. That goes there, and then I'm guessing there's just some half straights in that, or something. Just a couple of, I don't actually have every single bit that I used for this. In particular, I think mostly what's missing is like custom sheds and stuff and tunnels, but it doesn't matter. That's what the track layout was anyway. I need to get Tidmouth now. Where is the turntable? I'm going to grab all the sheds from over here, put them down, and I'll probably need some buffers. 5 buffers. And I also need, where is it? The special pieces. I don't know why they did this. Super annoying. Look at this. For some reason, 3 of the berths in Tidmouth, they have these stupid triangle pieces. To what end? So like, it's very specific which track goes in which slot, which is very annoying. All right. But anyway, this goes here, like that. And, all right, how does this go? Oh, actually, turntable was like that. And then we just go from the edge around. Okay. Just like old times, putting together train tracks. Oops. Oh, okay. That one goes in there. This one goes in here. Yep. And like so. Oh man, these buffers. Such a pain to do. Whoops. Yeah, in there. There we go. Alright, now we just need a couple of half straights. This is when we're going to use the actual track. Alright, I got some half straights here. And got a couple of action straights here. Alright, this one's going to go that way, so this needs to go on like this. And this one is going to go in this way. So that means alright. Well, we put that down there, and then we just put the sheds on. On they go. And we now have a rather bizarre looking 5-berth Tidman sheds. Definitely Trackmaster, or the original Trackmaster, at least outdid Playground when it came to making nice looking sheds. Alright. Where to next? I think perhaps we should start building out that section there. So I guess, see, here's the thing. In my collection video, I said I had all my straight track out. I'd forgotten about all of the straight track that I'd stored in the giant Tommy Thomas. So got easy access to a whole bunch of that now. That was silly of me to have forgotten that. Alright, so I think this is the same length. Yep. Alright. Put some track in here. And then a couple of straights. Let's send James around for a run. Alright, get some of this over here. Ah, Harold, good stuff there. How long was that? It looks like it was 2 straights long, but it's hard to be certain. This is what happens when you're just working from old pictures. Grab a bunch more bits of track. I hope we don't run out of space here. I'm going to have to move some stuff, I think, in order to make this work. Alright. Then we go up and we turn. Got some trusty slopes. And I think now I'm going to have to move some of this stuff. Yeah, it does. It might have been 1.5 actually. We're going to find out if it doesn't connect. It looks like 2. Alright, I'm going to have to move some of this stuff out of the way though. Just casually push it out of the way. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to put this stuff up. Alright, that goes here, and this goes here. I have to say, these slope pieces were always so delicate. Right? There's like a little bit on them that always used to snap off. I don't know why the plastic was that much more brittle. I should just grab those bit from there. Alright. Put that in there. This goes here. And what next? Oh, okay. I'm going to need some more straight pieces. just casually with my huge lines of straight pieces. And now I have to come right around, over straight, and then we go down again. Okay. What next? And there seems to be some complicated array of points over here, but I think I can figure out what's going on. We need some points. Not that type, this type. How's it go? Right. So that goes in there, and then we need another stopper track, which was for a little station thing that went here. And then we've got a little merge junction thing. I think it goes like that. Let me see. No, I think it's actually the other way. And then we have this curved junction. Where is it? Where did I put all those pieces? Over here, perhaps? Here we are. Now, is it the right one? No, it's not. This is the right one here. The one great thing about TrackMaster Track is that it's reversible. I always really like that. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for play rail. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing next. Here we go. We need this special loop track. And I also need a curve, a single curve. Here we are, and it just goes like this. And then there's this. And then this just gets connected. And we're starting to get a pretty big set at this point. It used to take me hours to figure these things out. All right, what's going on here? So then we cheated and we used a bit of flexi track in order to get back around. I think it'd be easier. I'm not even really sure how we're going to figure out that. I guess we'll have to go from there, I suppose, from that bit, and start making our way along. Yep, that's probably the best way to do it. What happened here? Was it like a full curve, or was it a half curve? Yeah, it looks like it was a full curve. There is going to have to be like some troubleshooting, no doubt, while we make this. And then it looks like a half straight, I would say. And then I think we've got, I see what we've done here. We need some curves, and we need the right set of points. So not this one, this one. Actually, no, it goes this way. Whoops, nearly made a mistake. And then we need that other really wide Y junction, wherever that's gone. Might be over here. Here it is. That plugs in there. And then Let's see, we need one of these. And where is it? We need another one. Somewhere around here. Ah, here we go. And there was a custom shed here that is currently filled with wooden railway trains. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use it. I'm guessing this was a 1.5 long. So I put in some straight pieces. And then some half straight pieces. All right, get your questions firing up. I'm going to come and answer some more in 1 second. I'm just going to get a drink here. All right. Let's make sure that people are still watching. Oh yeah, you guys have stuck around. How long have we been streaming for? About 37 minutes. Change the shed to the other side. What do you mean the other side? You want me to rotate it? I might make some alterations once I've finished. Otherwise, I'm not sure how it will all fit together. Here we go. We'll pan up somewhat. Let's see. Ooh, I can't tell you what I have planned for Short 50. I like surprises. Do you think that the CGI series Thomas and Friends Oliver is too small? I think it's obviously not to scale. But what I would say is that, like, it was clear to me that they only had reference images when they made it, as opposed to the actual model they could take measurements from. Maybe they'll fix it. You know, Jam-Filled has been listening to a lot of stuff on Twitter lately, so they might actually go out of their way to improve it. I don't know. I've not been to New Zealand, but I hope to go there sometime soon in the next couple of years. Are you going to do a short on this layout? I'm afraid I don't think I will have the time. It's a very busy time, and then I'll be, well, moving after Christmas. What are you referring to build your layout? So what I'm referring to is just this picture. That's it. That's all I'm referring to. I've just got a copy of it on my iPad down there, and that's what I'm looking at in order to make it. So I don't actually have like some special document, and as a result, some things might not work properly. And I think if I actually take a look at this here, I might have to skip out on the suspension bridge, because as you guys know, I modified it. So it's not actually going to fit there, because it had to be double track. I suppose I can just put it there and leave one of the lines empty. Okay. Thomas meets the admin from Minecraft Story Mode. That would be an interesting short, to be sure. Can you make a train named Jason, a boy train number 123, please? I'm sorry, Kate Make. Sorry if I probably mispronounced your name there. Right now, my focus is just make the classic characters in CGI and really don't worry about customs. Like, a lot of people seem to like Bertie Sarah Suffers Sword, but it was obviously a very quick job. I think I spent like maybe 15 minutes making him. He's just Edward reversed around, a bit of a different paint scheme or whatever. So I'm avoiding customs and all that sort of stuff at the moment. I want to get, like, you know, Duck and Oliver, Bill and Ben, Donald and Douglas, DieselD199's, Diesel himself, Boko, those kind of characters made first. How fun was it to be in Flash photography? Well, if you haven't seen Flash photography, it's a great short by, now I don't know what his new channel name is. His old channel name is Short Round 551, and he's got a link video on there. I did some lines and then I worked on like a little credit section, which was really interesting. I was initially reluctant because I was pretty busy, but it was actually fun to try and incorporate a CGI Thomas into a real life shot. It's not something I do very much of, so. Emily on CGI, yes. Equestria Girls Magic. That is definitely a character I want to get. But if you're interested in female characters, I actually think that Rosie might be implemented first if my current plans hold out. What trains will you take when you move? So I'm not 100% sure yet, but the ones that I'm looking at taking at the moment are DieselD199's, Donald and Bill, so that I can just clone them and make Douglas and Ben. I'm also looking at then it's like Duck and Oliver, and there's a couple others. Like I've also put Rocky in there as well because I might want to make him. And that's most of the ones that I'm planning on taking. I might change that last moment depending on what sort of shorts I have. I can always get my dear mother to send me any trains that I don't have. I mean, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And of course, I'm going to come back home from time to time as well, and then I might swap some out that have been made with some new ones. When are you going to stream Minecraft on your gaming channel? Funny thing, I was planning on streaming it after this stream today, but I think it's just going to have to be Roblox because the server seems to be broken. Like, every time I try and restart it, it stops working. So I'll have to message support. Will you use any Railway series for CGI? Like Railway series characters, or do you mean remake a Railway series video? Because maybe, who knows? Why are you moving? To do something new, to experience a different city, go different places. I don't know how long I'll be there at the moment. I'm not even 100% sure. I always like to leave myself some wiggle room in case things change last moment, but I'm pretty confident that I'll be moving, at least for maybe a year, maybe half a year. I'll see how things go. Okay. Which Thomas and Friends character is underused in your opinion? DieselD199's, I think. Perhaps more so than anything else. Please build Thomas in Minecraft. I think someone already made Thomas on my Minecraft server. Do you plan on doing a narrow gauge short? Yeah, I've thought about it, but right now I don't have any narrow gauge characters. So I would have to make 2, 3 at least in order to make a short with them. And so I think I just focus on the main line for now. But, Crobin's Gate's an interesting location, so maybe I'll make that at some point, and then I can have some trains going by. When will you include Big World, Big Adventures? Probably not till it comes out. I mean, I've got to actually watch the thing in order to have an idea. All right. What type of trains do you have in your country? We have, today, they're mostly electric passenger service trains with the overhead wires. If you look at Australian steam locomotives, they're pretty similar to the ones on the British railroads. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't make a new model short because I won't have any of my trains fairly soon. So that was one of the advantages of CGI. I can go anywhere with it. Got to get a new laptop, though. When will you make short 60? Who knows? Could be years at my current rate of production. Could be next year if I can speed up. Who knows? But probably not till 2019, I would say. Bulgy certainly caught me by surprise as well. Do you have an OC or is it you as the figure? I guess it's me as the figure. When will Stepney take revenge on Thomas from Witherby Branchline Productions? I'm not sure when he will take revenge on Thomas. Stepney is not one of the characters that I plan on taking with me at the moment because, I don't know, like he was only in a couple of episodes. I don't think he has a really specific character. Not a super big favorite of mine, so please get slow mode off. I'm not going to turn off slow mode because then I won't be able to read anything because people just spam the same thing over and over and over again. Slow mode is one of the great things that they added to YouTube chat. It's like I can actually see what's coming along now. I wonder if they will bring Molly back into the series. Me too. You know, Molly would have made a suitable replacement for Edward. She's yellow as well. She has a similar, what is it, like wheel alignment or whatever. All right then. Who's your favorite Thomas YouTuber besides yourself? Oh, I don't think I could say that. I got too many friends on YouTube now. I think I would upset some people if I picked a favorite. But you know, there's some really great YouTubers out there. I feel like on YouTube lately there hasn't been as much good content as there used to be. A lot of the videos that I'm seeing are not super. They're like reviews or you know the Upteenth Trains remake of Thomas and Gordon, that sort of thing. So I would like to see people, you know, stop posting on Twitter all the time and like make more content. Daniel, you're actually up at this late hour. Same with you, Sniper Boy. Sorry to keep you guys up, but I needed the ambient light in order to light this room. I'll just knock this over here. All right, I think we had better continue on with the construction of this set. So let's get back to work, I think. Hopefully this all comes together nicely. All right. Okay. So, here's what we need next. We need a curve piece to go. Oh, that's interesting. So this has definitely changed at some point here. Okay. The track has. I think we need like one of these adapter things. And then we need this piece, a curve, and then I need to go and get good old Terrence on his little, I don't know, thingamabob, whatever this is called. What next? I also need this little tunnel thing. All right, so this goes here, and then I'm not 100% sure what exactly we've got going here. I think it's 1.5 straights, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, because that will stuff everything up. All right, let's see. Put this here. Actually, put that back. There's a little tunnel thing that goes here. Yeah, I think it's 1.5. Has to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit. Next up, we need this. And I think, yeah, that's all right. And then it looks like we need a couple of curves. Ooh, this is big. Much bigger than I remember, that's for sure. What a pain it was to film on that. Okay, and then it goes like that. Okay. And then we need to, let's see, how many straight pieces are here? I'd say there's one and a half there, probably two. Because then we're going to build like a spiral track thing over here. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. I'll just grab. I need some more straights. What did I do with all them? Here they are. A couple of straights here. And then there was, oh, not that one. A set of points. And then that goes off into, I don't know, a little siding thing, I think. It's not actually in the picture, so I'm not 100% sure. But given that I've used up both of those extra wide junctions, I'd say it's probably one of the three-way junctions. Actually, from the looks of it, no, I would say it's probably one of the smaller versions of both bits there. Okay. How do we do this? Okay, so then it loops around. Actually, we're going to be able to figure out where this goes pretty quickly based on how close it was to the sheds, I think. It loops around, and then there is one of those curved Y junctions. And where have I put those? I think they were over here before. Here we go. I've got one of them here. Is it the right one? Oh, that's the same one. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Essentially, it was, I think, this goes here, and then one fit. But it was on a diagonal, so I'm guessing there had to be one more around. All right. And this is not going to fit, so it had to have been longer. And that's not going to fit there either. How did I do this? My word. Yeah, it was definitely two. Although it is bizarre. No, it would have had to be three. I'm trying to figure out how many curves I needed to have here in order for this to work properly. I think it was this many, but nothing seems to line up properly here. So I'm not 100% sure what I've done. I knew we were going to run into one problem or another at some point. Let's see. Can't have been. Oh, I think I know what. I think I know what I've done wrong. I guess that goes there. Or that goes there. This goes here. That goes there. And so I'm guessing that this was three straight pieces long then. Ah! That was silly, but I think I figured it out now. Or was it less than that? Because that's now butting right up against that. It might have been 2.5. Oh no. It's probably 3. I guess the track is just... Right. Now, what point did we start to elevate it? The very next piece. Okay, so now what we need is... Alright, what have we got? We've got a whole bunch of A1s. And only 2 B1s. That will make it more difficult. I'm supposed to do it with A pieces of track, I think. That was definitely different there. Alright. So, I think if we just... Might come back to bite us a little later on, but we'll see. flip that around there, put that there, then we can go up the right way. Again, it would be so much nicer if this stuff was reversible, but what are you going to do? Okay. What I need now are these pieces here. These are 4 of these equals one of the bigger ones like this. So now we're going to make a little slope that goes all the way up into a spiral piece of track. So that's going to go under there. Then we need 2. Actually, no. Oops, my bad. It's 2 here. It's 1 here. And then we need 3. 3 here in order for this to fit. All right. Now we can start to build our way up. Ah, that's interesting. I guess what we just did was we just went around. All right. It's okay. I'm figuring it out. I think I know what I'm doing. It's going to be interesting to see if anything actually goes on this track without falling off later on. All right. Now we're going to need a whole bunch of curves. You know all those extra curved bits of track that you got with every set you made and you never really used them all? Yeah, it's like one of the ways you could get rid of them all was just to use them on this. Okay, if this is going to fit on, please work. It's a little bit. There we go. That's one of the nice things about actual sets that you can't really do with CGI, is you can just fudge it a bit, you can stretch it. You can, I mean, you can do it with CGI, it's just a little bit more difficult. Especially when like you've got like a, see, I wrote myself a little script so that everything would just snap together properly. And it's amazing what combinations of track you see on the internet, you know, particularly posted by these Japanese Twitter users who make all of these amazing sets, but you realize that they're kind of like fudging bits and pieces. Like, if you actually add up the length of all of these tracks, they don't actually fit together quite like they're supposed to. But another advantage of CGI is you can just have intersections as well. So if something doesn't quite fit, you can just push it into one another. Right. How many levels did we go up on this? 3, basically. So I guess we're going to go around once again. I'm going to need some more girders. Here we go. Oh, by the way, if all you guys watching could like the video, I would appreciate that. Oops, dropped one. Is it? That's 1, 2, 3. So I guess that's it. Oh, no, that's it seems. All right. Go up once more, and now we need a straight track. And we're going to very precariously put that here. Voila! Look, it's coming together nicely. Who would have thought? Certainly I didn't. I was worried that it wouldn't work. All right. We're going to need this here. And then we're going to need to get some slopes. I think this was actually much further along based on the picture. Okay. Slope tracks incoming. All right, put that one here. And then going to put this here, and we need a straight piece of track. Here we go, we've got it. Put it here. And then we need another slope track. And we need some more girders. Alright. And this goes here. Voila. Alright. Can I use that anywhere else? Okay. And then we actually had, like, I don't know, some bit of Technic Lego or something like that in the original, but I've got actual proper play rail bits and pieces now. So, see if we can put this in without knocking the whole lot over. And there we go. All right. Where do we go from here? We turn once, then we turn again, and then we're supposed to meet up. I think. Oh no, we're supposed to go under there. So let's see if that's actually going to work. All right. We need a couple of curves. And we actually turn in the air. Alright. We're going to turn once. Put this here. Then we're going to go down. Whoop. Start putting some of this track out of the way. And then we're going to turn again. As you can see, this is not lining up properly. What have I done wrong? I missed a string piece. That seems to be at least part of the issue. So there's supposed to be another string piece here. Put that in there. I'm going to need some more girders now. All right. That goes here. This goes here. It's still not going to meet up. My. What have I done wrong? All right, we'll have to troubleshoot a little bit more. What might be different is that I got the wrong length here. So if I look at this, definitely looks like I got the wrong length there, I would say. All right, well, we can adjust that, I think. Well, I guess it must have been a half straight. Must have been. Oops, I need one of those there. And it's just going to curve down. All right, so I think what we have to do now, but this really doesn't seem to match up now. I'm going to have to look at this in more detail. Because if we move that, we're actually going to change that. What have I done wrong? Another issue with like the play rail track is because it does like fudge somewhat, it's hard to sometimes replicate bits and pieces. I'm wondering how exactly I have stuffed this up, and I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. It actually seems correct. I don't think I've mislaid anything. There must be a missing piece somewhere. Although where, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, we'll leave that section for now. And what we will do is try and work with this section over here. So what have I got Clearly had a piece there to change that. Alright, I'm going to need a reverse of that one. Nope, here we go. This goes here. We need some more girders. I think if it doesn't quite work out, we'll just fudge it. Like, we'll just adjust on the fly to make it all fit. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. All right. Now, how many pieces does this go along? It goes 1, 1.5, and then like an adapter piece. So, very precise terms. Let's see, I'm going to adjust this slightly so that it's more straight, I think. Okay. 1, and I'm going to need more girders. Oh dear, I seem to have used nearly all of them up, actually. Which cannot be right. Surely I must have some missing then. Ah, I think that's all the girders. I think we've used them all up now. Alright, so this goes here. And then we've got a half piece here. And then we have some kind of adapter here. I'm not sure which one. For now, I'll just put in, let's see, it's going to join up down there. And that seems to be facing that way. Oh, so I know which one it is. It must have been this one. All right, put that there. And actually now we must be missing a piece. Oh, I see what we've done. We actually changed out for the double thick girders or whatever they're supposed to be called. Wherever they were used. All right. I guess now we need this. Grab some of these. All right, we go down and then we turn immediately. And we turn down there too, actually. How on earth does this work out? Because that is not the same length. So, oh well. But we can even cheat and use one of these double curve pieces. Actually, now we'll grab it. Original. I'm going to need that to go there. Used an adapter there, but these were obviously supposed to line up. So I see how they've kind of been fudged, I think. Yeah, that is definitely not going to work. Whoop. Zoom in here. All right. I can kind of see how this is supposed to come together with the rest of it. But there's definitely some issues here. So what I might do... All right, so we're going to like start like just adjusting things now because it doesn't all line up exactly as we wanted it to. I'm going to take this out from here and I'm going to move this along. I have no idea what sort of weird combination of track I was doing underneath this, but I'm going to adjust it now. Whoops, now it's all falling down. We're going to swap this out for a full straight piece, like so. And then that's going to go down. We're going to loop around here. We'll just adjust it at the other end if necessary. Now, we need the Vickers, or the Soto suspension bridge, which of course has been adapted to be a double suspension bridge. So, it's alright, it should still fit together. Here are all the pieces. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Gonna start putting these together. Like so. Whoops. And I'll just finish off the bridge, and then I will come back up to ask, answer some more questions, I suppose. Good. All right, that's in place. This goes in like that. And look, it's not quite in. There we go. Perfect. And here we are. That goes in like this. Brilliant. Okay. Now we just need to put some track pieces down to connect it all up. So I've got 4 here, and they're just going to go, whoop, wrong way. Just thread those through. Connected. And now, I just grab a couple. I'm going to need one of these double straight tracks, because unfortunately I never fixed the support thing to make that double. So I just use a double straight instead. That way you don't need the support. Double straight goes in here. Whoop. And there we go. And then just to wrap it up, oh, I see. I see what I've done here. So it goes down, and then it connects to, right. We're going to go down now with this and connect to this, and then we need a set of points here, and then just to finish off we need, and that's not exactly going to work. Alright, well, we're just going to have to fudge it. We need this flexi track. We're also going to need an adapter, I think, in order to make it stick together. Alright, so I'll put the adapter there, and then I'm just going to break some flexi track and put it together so that this kind of lines up somewhat. Oh, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? Not really going to line up properly. Oh, that is irritating. Let me take a look. Yeah, I see why I flipped it, but then I'm not really sure how it was able to come together, to be honest. This is old me creating problems for the future me. that has to come off. Or in my case, it's presently creating problems for present me because I agreed to do this live stream. Right. Oh dear, I can't put it together. Get in there. Look up. Won't fit in. Oh no, is there something wrong with that piece? What's wrong here? Alright. In theory, this should connect up. Maybe that's why it was different? Okay. I think I understand what I've done now. And now I have to fix. Yeah. I understand why I did it now. Although, actually, no, that shouldn't have worked. It doesn't matter. It's going to work this time. Let's see. I'm just going to invert this piece of track here. I'm going to swap this out with an extra wide bit so I can fudge it a little. All right, invert it. I think this is going to work. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. And press that in there. It kind of works. And then we'll just connect it with one of these. I hope you're not trying to follow along at home because you're going to struggle. All right, this is really bad. That's really bad, and that was definitely not how it was originally, but at this stage I've got to kind of, yeah, make it up as we go along. All right, it'll do. Whew, I don't know if any of the trains are going to work when they go on it. All right, let's answer some more questions. Man, I've been doing this for a while. Quite a while indeed. All right. What other questions do you guys have? You're all saying Neville. Is there a quiz going on in the chat? How long are you going to be on YouTube? I think what I'll do is I'll finish up this set and then I will switch over to my other channel and we'll play some Roblox. So I hope you guys are down for that. Favorite JBS character is Merlin. Sorry, Murdoch is actually, all of the trains have all been put in a box. I've just got a small collection here that I can run on the track for demonstration purposes. Are you going to do a stream tomorrow? I will not be doing a stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Christmas Day, so I'll be with my family, as I'm sure you'll all be as well. Oh, I do make videos not Thomas related. I have them for a while, but those just aren't on YouTube. Opinion on Neil? I don't have one. Can you animate Toby in CGI? He's definitely very high up my list. I'm just going to get a drink. Here. Yeah, the video should remain online even though the live stream's over. Well, if you play Roblox, I hope you'll stick around to join me after I finish off this part of the stream. Do you still think the real Tomica trains have charm? I suppose they do. But that doesn't mean that I don't think the CGI videos are better. When writing the score for Flash Photography, your crash segment was literally named Oh Trent. Okay then, that's funny. How long does it take to make a 1-minute animation? How long is a piece of string? I mean, if you mean like Thomas and Friends animation, even then it depends. If it's 1 minute of like a train just puffing along, that's quicker to do usually than say 1 minute of facial animation. Why do you look like you work in advertising? I have no idea. Do I look like I work in advertising? I just thought like something plain would work best for the stream. The answer to your question, One Track Mind, is no. Should Rosie be in the Steam team? I would be happier with the changes to the Steam team if it was Rosie and Rebecca as opposed to Rebecca and Nia. Will you get a better haircut? How charming, Sniper Boy. I'm definitely going to kill you in whatever Roblox game we play next. Are you thinking of maybe doing a Thomas-like series but with your own characters? The thought has come to mind before, although I am not sure that's going to happen. How do you send lines to Thomas Creative Collector? Because I would like to voice in the TCC sometime. Well, right now I would say you can't really send lines because we're finishing up for the year. In the new year, you know, you've got to find someone who's in the TCC and send your lines to them. If they're, you know, if you really think that they're good quality, like, you know, the audio quality is good and that you're a great voice actor, send them along and we'll see if we can fit you in. But there's only like so many new characters every year. I think most of the established characters in the show already have voice actors. So I've done CGI Lady, dude. You need to go and watch, which one? She was in the most recent short, and she was in the short before that, and she was also in the bridge jump short. How'd you get into Thomas and Friends? No idea, I guess. I was just a kid watching it on TV, you know, when it came on. Could you make a movie? Yeah, I don't think so. It takes long enough to do just the videos I do at the moment. Would there be a female character who would be attracted to female engines? Maybe. There aren't many female engines on Sodal, so the joke doesn't quite work. Can you make DieselD199's into a CGI video? Yeah, he's pretty high up on my list. I am aware that I sound British. I can talk like this for the rest of the live stream. I think this is a more Australian accent, but you guys might find it difficult to understand me. The voice that I normally talk with is, like, it's supposed to be clearer and easier to understand, you know, I think it's more enunciated. So the Australian accent, all of the words tend to run into one another. So it's kind of difficult for like Americans in particular to understand. The British have an easier job because it's similar to certain British accents. How is Rebecca better than Nia? Well, she's a nicer class of engine for a start. And I think like Rebecca seems to have an interesting character somewhat. Like she seems to have something that stands out about her. I think like Nia just seems to be generic nice engine. It's literally like Ashima's personality. She's just perfect. And there's nothing really about her that you can say. Well, Edward and Henry aren't leaving the TV show. They're just not going to be in the Steam team at Tidman's Sheds anymore. How did you get into Tomy? Well, the first two ranges that I collected was actually Erdl and Wooden Railway, believe it or not. But then one Christmas, my parents got me some Tomy trains, and I love them most of all. When is the Slender Engine coming back? Maybe this Halloween. Who knows? This Halloween coming, I mean. I don't own any Hornby, and I'll run James and Gordon once we finish off the set. Well, thank you for being up so late, Thomas, where it's 2:26 a.m. in the morning. Oh, you're going to bed now. Good night. What character are you working on for CGI? Well, I think the next character that I'm actually going to build is not necessarily going to be in the next short, but it's that giant Cranky, the Trackmaster one. I think I'm going to build that before I leave because I obviously can't take that one with me, and I would like to do something at the docks. Salty is another one of the characters that I think I'll be taking with me. So it's best to build Cranky now rather than like try and have him shipped across the country. Edward is leaving the Steam team to make way for a new female engine. I'm surprised you haven't heard that yet. Yes, well, I'm sure that there will be a Magic Railroad parody in future. My second channel name, if you go into the video description, there is a link to the next live stream. It's right at the top. If you click on that, it will open up on my new channel. It actually says that it's going to begin in half an hour. I'm not entirely sure if we'll be done yet, but I think what I'm going to do now is finish this off. It's nearly done, right? We're going to make it work, and then we'll run a couple of trains around, and I think then that will be it for this. I will take a very quick break while I set up the live stream, and then we're going to play Roblox, which I know is a big favorite of you guys. So let's get back to it, I suppose. All right. How do we finish this off? How does this all come together, actually? All right. How did I do this? Oh, I see. That was supposed to connect up to what exactly? Oh, okay. Oh, I see how it goes. Right. We're going to have to ignore... Oh, I better actually adjust the camera. Forgot about that. I do have a Discord. If you stick around and ask me about it again in the next live stream on my other channel after this one, I will be able to get you a link for it. We're not going to be able to put in the second suspension bridge, unfortunately, so we're going to have to ignore that. It only had some road on it. No one cares about road. Playwright cared about it so little that they stopped making it. Okay. So the way that this originally went was this comes up next. And then it curved around and see, look, this actually matches up, which makes me wonder where I made the mistake. Because this is going to actually connect, I think. This is how it connected originally, and it actually seems to work, which is baffling, truly baffling. How did I stuff this up? All right, well, I think what I'm going to have to do is just extend it so that it goes through here instead, and I'll just bring that along. I suppose it'll fit. I think where I went wrong is I think that was 1.5 as opposed to, if I do that, it's going to push, I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference. So I'll just extend it like this. It's actually quite a big change. All right, we need to grab some more straight pieces, some half straight pieces, I think, wherever they are. Let's switch Gordon and James on. Whoop. We'll see if we can make this work. use here. Yeah, 1.5 seems to do it. That'll do. That'll do, I think. And so this one has to come across and join up. So I need to extend it. Do we have the pieces for it though? That is the question. I think we'll be alright. All we need is this. Maybe this should have been shorter. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Luckily, I have more pieces than when I first built this. So, I look. Alright, and this goes here. This goes here. Is actually going to connect together. It's not sitting entirely right. Now this one fit together. Alright, well we can fix that with I think just like a quarter straight instead. That's about to work. Alright, just budge it a little bit. As you do with Play Rail Track. I just need a couple of these. There we go. Just to fit under here. And now it joins up. Can you guys still hear me with the trains running? You can let me know in the chat. Can you guys still hear me even with the trains running? I'm guessing the question mark means no. Not very well. Yeah, you can still hear me? I'm not going to sell the track, unfortunately. All right, let's finish this off. We're nearly done. Okay, so we need a set of points. And we need this turntable here, the little one. Which points do we have? Not that one. Not this one. This one. Oh, here we go. I think this one's it. And then we one of them. Now, this is actually going to fit. I think it might. It's just going to fit. Put that there. I actually have the red. I have one red one with these buffers. So, put that on there. Good. And there we go. It fits. It fits. Okay. Oh, actually, I see what's different about this. No way. Oh, that's really weird. I have no idea how that was supposed to connect up. Hey, yeah, I've actually made a mistake. I think this is supposed to connect up to this track here, but there's no way that would fit unless that was there, and then it wouldn't work. Because, All right. How did this go? If I shorten that, it might work. I think we might just have to get rid of this because I don't think it's going to work properly otherwise. Is this going to fit here? No, it's not. Bother. Bother indeed. Alright, I'm just going to have to improvise this. I think the flexi track, most likely. Alright, keep that there. This last bit is just going to be a bit of a mess, trying to make all of this connect together. How will this work? And that is not really going to fit. What do we do with that there? That was just it. We have a little siding here. And curve. And then for this, we curve along. We had another siding here, so I need a curve. I did one of these pieces. And that goes like that. And we'll just chuck down a couple of double straights, which I didn't actually have at the time, but whatever. If they will fit. I just and then we're going to do some fudging to try and make this piece connect to that piece over there. Wish me luck, because I think I'm going to need it at this stage. All right, I'm just going to use some of these double straights. Put that there. And I think I will use the flexi track at the end to make it fit. It's going to have to be longer than that. I need a half straight. And we're going to need a half straight there as well. And then we can use another one of these double curves to get us around. And then we can just throw down some track. How did this actually go? Yeah, it just basically went straight under the bridge. Although there was another siding or whatever. All right, let's actually track there. We're going to need it. What kind of track like that? Okay. Chuck a siding down. It was approximately here. We've got another single straight piece of track. Okay. That goes there, and we're almost done. But we're going to struggle to make the rest of this fit. I think that might be a bit long. let's see what we can do with curves here. And then we'll just flexi the rest of it together, I suppose, or we'll grab a couple of these pieces. What a mess. All right, I want this to go here, and it kind of fits. Yeah, that's not really going to work, is it? Okay. I think what I'm going to have to do is just get rid of this. So if I just push it back this way, connect that up here, I can then use some of these crappy pieces, these little joiner sections to just fill in the gap, kind of haphazardly, until it fits, and then I'll just flexi this remaining section. This will come in handy, and so will this. That's not going to work. Hey, yeah, that's not going to work either. Let me see, what did I do with that? Put those in first, maybe this will work better. I think that might work. Just, only just. The train might clear it. I'm not 100% sure. All right, let's see. How close can we get in with pieces of track like this? Not very close. All right, the rest of that is going to be flexi track. Let's join some of this together. First, we've got to go like this. I'm going to need a little bit more, I think. One more piece should do it. All right. So let's give this a go. Join together, you piece of rubbish. There we go. And it fits. It fits. All right. Well, that was a bit of a struggle, but I think we've done it. I'll just clear away some of these excess pieces. There we go. Just grab that and chuck it here. Look. So it's kind of similar. Let's compare, shall we? Kind of similar. It's mostly there, I think, if you compare the two. So that's what we've built now, and that's the original layout. Obviously, there's a few more little details here and there. We can throw this in here at the docks. What else was on here that we might have missed? Not a lot that we could actually throw in, actually. So just a few bits and pieces here and there. I suppose one of the things that we can do is chuck these up here. So this set was actually a bit bigger than I thought it was. Obviously, I do have more space in this room than where I did originally, but not a huge amount. It's actually quite interesting. I can fit in a whole bunch of extra stuff, but I don't think we quite have time for that. And so I think what we'll do now is put down a couple of trains, let them run, and see if they derail. All right, you guys ready to welcome the one, the only, Stanley? Up you go, Stanley. Go derail somewhere. And he's away. All right, let's throw Gordon down with those express coaches. Have you been counting, Kikere? I didn't realize the battery was so much different. Right. Gordon, come here. Well, look, Stanley was able to get around. He didn't crash. But I'm wanting to bet that Gordon probably will. Let's give him a run. My trains are going to go into storage while I'm away. Most of the trains are already in a big box. It's just a track that I'll be doing later on today. Let's see if Gordon crashes. He's running along pretty good. Oh, there we go. I knew that there was going to be a crash somewhere. He got stuck underneath the slope. All right. He's just managing to squeeze under there, which I think, now he's going to collide with Stanley. He's really struggling. I should have gotten a better battery for him. Stanley's doing fine. Who's going to win? Not the passengers on the express, it seems. And now Stanley's off the rails. Oh no, Stanley! We'll get some coaches for James, I suppose. Ah, and Stanley's stuck. So yeah, it's like not a perfect set, guys. I'm sorry. Think of it this way, though. The next time I'll be building a set on a live stream, it's going to be it's going to be a CGI set, so it won't be quite as interesting to watch. All right. I want one of these. All right. Yeah. Okay. See what we should do. Off you go, James. I'm going to switch the points here, and I'm just going to push Stanley through. Get in there. There we go. Let's send Gordon around. Ah, come on, Stanley. You're failing me. You were not supposed to go that way. Let's push him back. That's exactly what he did. Got to switch that point back. Right, let's try again. Come on, Stanley, I'm counting on you. Oh, you're falling over. Stanley, it's crazy here. There we go. All right, let's see him go around the loop. I mean, that's always a cool thing, spiral tracks. That's why I added one to my Vickerstown station set. All right. Well, I think that's going to have to do it for this section of the live stream. So I'm going to take a very quick break. But if you click the link at the top of the video description, you'll go to the second part of the live stream where we're going to play some Roblox. So thank you guys for being here. Wow, there's still 185 of you here just watching me building some train sets. It looks like Stanley actually made it this time. Amazing. He didn't even need any help. All right, then. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoyed the stream. This is DieselD199's.